Hallo und willkommen, ich bin Meister Lenz and you're watching Get Germanized Almost Forgotten German Words Part 2. In this series we talk about words that have had purpose once and were used commonly. At least some of them, most of them probably, but nowadays almost forgotten.
I am bored, what should I do?
Ah, ich weiß.
First up, der Haderlump, simply a good-for-nothing. A lump is simply a lousy guy, a scoundrel. A Haderlump is the increase. Hader means as much as quarrel. Together this results in the designation for a prowler or good-for-nothing. In more contemporary terms, these specimens are also referred to as Vollpfosten. This striking word is officially recognized and is now even listed in the Duden dictionary. So don't be a Haderlump, don't even be a lump. Just be nice. Next up is a word that I didn't actually know myself before I did research for this video, and it's called Hornet. What sounds so friendly here, well, it is. Hornet quite dutifully denotes the qualities righteous, honorable, and decent. Unfortunately, no one really says it anymore. Therefore, this word is not only threatened by oblivion, but actually quite acutely threatened with extinction. Next up, Kommode. If this word makes you think of the piece of furniture, you are not so wrong, like die Kommode, but Kommode actually describes something homey, comfortable, simply something cozy. Kommode also describes a state of mind. You've got it comfy. Kommode. Next up, der Mumpitz. Originally, Mumpitz refers to a figure that spreads terror. The origin of the word lies partly in vermummen, that is, to disguise beyond recognition. Vermummungsverbot in Germany is actually a thing where you are not allowed to vermummen yourself. Anyway, the other part of the word, Pitz, has developed from Butzemann. This is a folkloric figure used to intimidate children, the Biber Butzemann. So Mumpitz refers to a fright that is not immediately recognizable as such. Mumpitz was used for a while for rumors that were meant to spread terror. Today, Mumpitz is more of a humorous commentary on something that is obviously based on frippery. Which brings us to the next almost forgotten word, another favorite of mine, Firlefanz. Firlefanz is silly posturing or unnecessary stuff. Der Firlefanz. So, a fantastic word, just let that roll over your tongue. Firlefanz. Next up, Pizacken. Pizacken is actually a very cute word. It means to badger somebody. Something stings here. The word already sounds like something nasty, mean and painful, right? And today, by the way, one doesn't really use this word Pizacken anymore, but maybe would use triezen or more likely ärgern instead of it. Next up, another favorite of mine, Splitterfasernackt. Stark naked, basically. If someone is particularly naked, then the term for it consists of two additional components for being naked. Splinter, like a splinter pulled off the tree trunk, and fiber, like the fiber from the sweater. It simply doesn't get any more naked than that, so let's not forget this beautiful word. Splitterfasernackt. Fantastic. Next up, der Spring ins Feld. Der Spring ins Feld. The young madcap or harem-scarum. According to the dictionary, a Spring ins Feld is an inexperienced, immature young person of a carefree nature. I jump into the field, ich spring ins Feld, was originally the nickname of some craftsmen and the like. In the meantime, it has come to mean a greenhorn, basically. Next up, another favorite, all of them are my favorites apparently, der Schwerenöter. The philanderer is a man who makes an impression with his charm and a certain cunning and knows how to use it to get something for himself. More than gladly he drinks alcohol and, well, speaks to women a little bit too much and therefore always has a certain reputation, if you catch my drift. Our next word is saumselig, which can be translated with dilatory. The selig in this adjective comes from a word ending in sal. In most cases, this has a negative meaning. The adjective saumselig developed from the Middle High German Sühmesal, to miss. Today we know versäumen as a verb. Versäumen means to miss something, or to miss out on something. A saumselig person is careless and lazy. He daydreams and does not fulfill his duties. So don't be saumselig! Oh. Next up is die Vettel, the hag. A Vettel is an unkempt, slovenly older woman with a spoiled character. So not a particularly desirable state, if you know what I mean. So did you know any of these words, and would you ever use any of them in a conversation today? Let me know which ones are your favorite in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.